Hi there, this is Beth Green, otherwise known as Granny Rocks,
And this is James Maynard, otherwise known as Weed Baby James.
and tonight I'm going to talk about what to do when it's hard to smile. It seems
Hmm.
like every day, or
Oh,
every
yeah,
other
yeah,
day, or
yeah.
every minute. But anyway, before we do that, Sweet Baby James is going to introduce you to our show.
Yes, you have come to Granny Rocks, where we have the opportunity to experience Granny's wit, wisdom, and her very uncommon sense. Every Wednesday, 6:30 p.m. Pacific. Thanks for joining us, and stay tuned.
Uh,
Granny, take it away.
Thank you, honey. So, welcome to everybody, those who are here already and those who are coming later. So, I want to start out by talking about made me take on this topic today. Well, it's because when I read the news, I see that millions of people are sick, hungry, or in despair. Even without the coronavirus, that was the case. So, and that makes me feel sad for them, and it's hard to smile. And I may have friends who are having health problems, and they're struggling in their lives too. And maybe it's a little hard to smile about that. Okay. And when I look at our society, not just ours here in the U.S., but outside as well, I see incredible corruption and self serving by people who have power and money. And I become really angry and indignant, and it's really hard to smile. So, and when I look at our personal finances, we baby James and mine, our age, we're in our mid 70s. We're having to use our savings now because we've lost a lot of income. We This can't last forever. That's for darn sure. And I become fearful, and it's like hard to smile. And let me see. When I focus on my physical pain, which I have a lot of, and I hurt, well, it can be hard to smile.
I
So,
can see that.
and so on, and so on. And I am sure that every one of you has a million examples of the same thing, right? And by the way, I see that we have some comments. However, we're having a little trouble getting into the comments at this moment. So bear with us and we'll get there. So now, what should I do? On the one hand, I could rant and rave. And a lot of people in the media do that. And in fact, not just in the media, everywhere. Oh my God, people rant and rave on Facebook. You say the most sensible thing and somebody is offended and they rant and they rave, or they're ranting and raving on TV, or they're ranting and raving somewhere. And or in our houses, people are yelling and ranting and raving in the house. And I don't know. I guess it could be fun for a minute to rant and rave, but personally, I don't care for it. I don't think it helps. It doesn't help me, and it doesn't help anybody around me. And when I rant and rave, I end up feeling dirty inside, like, I've done something bad. So I decided instead to devote this show to coming up with some suggestions about what to do when it's hard to smile. And let's see if we are getting on Facebook. Look how, my, we are. So we're there, but we just haven't gotten the live stream yet. You're going to have to refresh, honey.
Refresh.
Yep. Okay. Okay. One suggestion: play with a puppy if you have one. I dare you not to smile if you're playing with a puppy. Don't you? Don't
I
you
think you're right.
that's
It
true?
makes me smile all the time.
I mean,
Every time.
except when they've torn up something really important to you, or they've peed on the carpet yet again. I mean, talk about carpet.
Oh my
Our
God.
carpet is. So, honey, you weren't able to.
Something new is happening with Facebook, and I'm not sure what it is.
Oh, well, there's always something new happening with Facebook. Well, first of all, this is too big for some reason, and I don't know. So, if you don't do that, maybe this is going to help. I don't know. See if you can get onto our um, anything that says live. If not, I'll try to get it on this too.
Well, actually,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, so
Oh no, don't do that.
too many
Leave it
photos.
to me. Leave it to me.
Okay, we're going to leave it to Beaver. If not, I will find a way to get it on this computer too. So play with a puppy if you have one. Now, supposing you don't have a puppy, supposing you're one of the sane people who didn't get a puppy, well, watch a video of a puppy, right?
Yeah.
You know, that'll make you smile. And not only will that make you smile, but you will not have to deal with the puppy peeing on anything or tearing up anything or destroying your house. See? Look at that. Okay, here we go, James. I've got it going on this one. For some reason, this one is working and yours is not working. It says live. And there we go.
Okay, then let's just go with that.
Right, if I could find it. There it
Yes.
is. Here we go. Okay, we do have comments. Okay, Tracy said excellent topic. Elizabeth said hi there. Halim said hey there. So, thank you, Tracy. Hi, Elizabeth. Hey, Halim. Welcome. Catalina waved with a heart. Yay. We were waving back. Nick said, great to see you guys. I love that. Thank you, Nick. See, this is making me smile already. Accountable Being said, hello, Beth and James, sending love from New York City.
The Big Apple.
The big, where I come from. Oh, and Zuma said, good morning, dear mom and sir. My goodness, Zuma, we haven't heard from you in a long time.
And
Isn't
then
that
also
delightful? Eileen said, hi, Beth and James.
Hi.
Oh, how wonderful. I'm so glad that we were able to find some comments here. So I'm going to try to do this, and it may be goofed up, but we're going to do our best, right, to make everything keep working. So watch a video of a puppy if you don't have one. Now, another thing.
A puppy playing or interacting with some sort of playful thing.
That's right. That is exactly right. Now, ask someone for a hug if there's someone you can ask. In other words, if you're not socially distanced from them, or if everybody doesn't hate you, which happens at times.
I always feel better when I get a hug.
Yeah. So that might help put a smile on your face. And now, if you don't have anybody to hug, or everybody is social distanced, or nobody loves you that week, because I've said something that people are angry about, or done something, right? Give yourself lots of hugs and kisses. If there's nobody else to give you love. How does that sound?
Yeah.
That's plausible. Okay, now. Let's see, I'm trying to
we have another hello. Jose says, Mama and Papa, God bless you.
Jose
Love,
from
love.
the Dominican
Jose from Dominican
Republic.
Republic.
República
Yay.
Dominica. Hola, Jose. Isn't this wonderful? I'm smiling more and more as you guys are coming on. Now.
By the way, I was told that when you smile, the more oxygen comes in through your nostrils. You breathe better.
There it is.
And so I found out that
yes,
from experimentation,
yes,
that if I can even just grimace, it'll have the same effect. But the grimace then makes me smile.
Excellent. Great. Okay. Get out in nature if you can. Now, you might get stung by a bee, or bitten by a rattlesnake, or get some foxtail in your foot. You know what I mean?
Think of those few favorite things. When the bee stings.
Right.
Think of your favorite things.
Oh, and Amy said giving ourselves hugs and kisses is a great idea. It works with cats too, luckily. Oh, yes, I'm so glad you mentioned cats, Amy, because I was thinking, I'm not trying to discriminate. It could be any animal. I mean, I could guess you could watch your parakeet, you know, if you're that kind of a person, or your hamster, or anything. So, although it always bothered me to look at things that are in cages, you know. So, okay, if you can't get out in nature because you're bedridden, sick, or don't have any around, you know, like in New York City, there wasn't a heck of a lot of nature where I lived anyway. Oh, we had a lot of bed bugs. Excuse me.
That's nature.
That was nature. Cockroaches, bed bugs, you know. Never smiled about that. Anyway, if you can't get out in nature, watch a video of nature. If you've got the internet and a cell phone or a computer or a laptop or anything, you can always see, because I'm chronically ill and I don't get around much, I'm usually home. Actually, the only time I'm happy is when I'm home because I'm so uncomfortable the rest of my life. I get a kick. I mean, I watch British mysteries for the scenery.
Oh, yeah.
Not that the scenery is nearly
And
as
we've
good
gone
as
to
it is here.
National Geographic to see scenery, or we've gone on tours around Europe and other places around
That's
the world.
right, right. So
See
enjoy
all the great
nature
sights.
however you can. Okay, now, this is serious. Watch a funny movie, but be careful about the humor. See, is the humor based on people being mean or being hurt? That happens a lot. It's like, oh, I never understood why it was funny when somebody slipped on a banana peel. It's like, woo. I didn't think it was funny. And I have to tell you that every time, I shouldn't say every time, but a lot of times when we try to watch something that's supposed to be a comedy, I find it mean-spirited. And I don't find it funny, and it doesn't make me smile. Well, then turn it off. And in fact, here's another hot tip. If you're watching a show that's making you tense or miserable or more angry or just bored, turn it off and smile. Feel empowered by the fact that you have just turned off something that you don't want in your space.
Seize
right?
the power. Yes.
Seize the power. Now, if you can think of somebody who really likes or loves you, ask them why.
Uh-huh.
Why do you love me? Or what about me do you love? And see if that doesn't make you smile.
Well, here's another thought, variation on that.
What?
Appreciations. I've oftentimes been involved in what's called an appreciation circle.
Yeah.
Where you just turn to the person to your right or to the left, and you tell them everything you can about them that you appreciate, and this feels so good.
Exactly.
So you can ask your friend, tell me all the things you appreciate.
That's right.
About me.
Same idea. I agree. Now, if you don't have a friend who loves you or appreciates you at that moment, tell someone else why you love them. And this is kind of relates to what you're talking about.
Okay.
Maybe sometimes you will feel warmer inside just by sharing appreciation and gratitude towards somebody else, right? Especially someone you detest. Think about somebody at work.
There's got to be something you appreciate about them.
Yeah, think about somebody at work, your boss, or I don't know. There are people that I really can't think of anything, but I don't want to go there. Oh, Todd is sending us all a kind of hearts and
Todd.
caring. Hi, Todd. So good to see you. Now, did I say tell yourself what you appreciate about you?
No,
I'm
you
going to
didn't.
get to that later.
Okay.
Yeah. Another way to put a smile on your face is to dance, if you are physically capable of doing it. You get into it, and you start to
Loosen up.
I think I have to get in the picture, honey, and I'm not in the picture.
Let's have a look.
Well, we'll see in a minute. Okay, because there's always a delay. Now, if you can't physically dance, turn on some music. You can turn on music if you can't dance. A lot of times I can't dance, so I lie in bed, I twitch my nose, and all of that. So I moved it back and forth, the camera, to try to get both of us in. There you see, there you are. Anjana said hi. Hi, Anjana. So good to see you. Wonderful. What a great group we've got tonight. So listen to music if you can't dance, and try to dance in bed or a chair or in your mind or in your heart, or just listen to the music, but make sure it's something that makes you smile. If you're putting on hateful music like, I hate the man, or whatever,
Rage Against the Machine.
Rage Against the Machine, you might not end up smiling. That's all I'm saying. I'm not being judgmental. I'm just trying to find something that actually does make you smile.
And be very free in your dance. There's that
Yeah.
phrase, dance as if no one's watching. Just
Yeah.
do total free form.
In fact, as
Enjoy
badly
yourself.
as we dance, it would be better if there were no one watching. Don't
Might
look
hurt
in the
their
mirror.
eyes.
Right. Okay, now tease yourself about something ridiculous that you do, or the many ridiculous things you do.
Mm-hmm.
Our ridiculous thoughts, our ridiculous attitudes, our ridiculous ways of eating or not
I think one of my
nurturing
favorites
ourselves.
is trying to defend the indefensible.
Yeah, that is a great one, James. So we can tease yourself about it. Laugh at yourself at any cost. Now, on the other hand, and this comes back to the point I started to talk about before, tell yourself about all the things you are that you admire. I don't mean all the things you do, I mean all the things you are. What kind of a person you are. Let's say it comes down to one. Well, if there's one, there's one. Right?
Right.
Just do it, right? Now, another thing you could do that could make you smile is draw, paint, take a picture of something you want to look at, and see if you can't get a smile on your face through just the exercise of your creativity. And then look at it, no matter how bad it is, because when it comes to drawing or anything like that, I mean, I'm a nightmare. That is not waiting to happen. That has happened. and so then I can laugh about it. See, and then I can laugh about the product. Or I can just enjoy the pleasure. And some people are so wonderful and they're so creative. And it's great. Oh, Helen said hi, Beth and James. Hi, Helen.
Hi, Helen.
Oh, it's so great to see you. So great to see you. So now, if you can't draw, paint, or take a picture of something, enjoy someone else's art and smile, right? Oh, but don't look at something that is painful to look at. Not if you want to smile. In fact, probably you don't want to put on something that is like really esoteric. You can't understand it at all, but it's like sold for $1 million. And so you think, oh my God, I really have to enjoy it. Look at something you actually enjoy, not something that you know is supposed to be good. Okay, now, read an uplifting book if you can read, right? Or watch an uplifting video, or listen to an uplifting talk if you can't see very well or if you can't see at all. Just do something that will lift you and put a smile on your face. So there are so many tragedies. Do we need any more?
No.
I think we can skip that. This whole show, okay, maybe it sounds stupid to you, but it's about what to do when it's hard to smile. And so, well, we have to figure out some way to smile. Okay. Helen says, acknowledge something that was challenging and you did it anyway. You're way ahead of me, Helen.
Then you're going to be proud of yourself.
I'm going to get to that. You're very, very important point. Okay. Now, remember all the people who came before you who contributed to your life. For example, parents. Now, sometimes our parents are horrible, but if there are natural, biological parents, they did give us life.
That's true.
So if we value our lives at all, that's something to smile about. And sometimes our parents did something good too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Grandparents who may have spoiled us, given us candy, made us sick, okay, or got us addicted to sugar. This is still in the remember all people who came before you who contributed to your life. People who braved dangerous journeys to settle here. I'm talking about people who are the descendants of immigrants, not obviously the native peoples or people, the slaves that survived horrible journeys but didn't do it voluntarily. But, my grandparents, they braved dangerous, uncomfortable journeys to get to settle here. I could smile about that. It's like I didn't die in the Holocaust, and I would have if I hadn't come, right? See? Lots of people came before us and did things. Oh, the people who fought in World War II, for example. Okay, Remember the people who have fought for whatever rights we actually have. And there are people who went to prison or were tortured or lost their jobs or, were blacklisted from Hollywood who actually fought for us to have freedom of speech and other rights. So there it is. Now, people who died so that others might live a better life, not just us, but others. All the people we admire, like we watched the video about Harriet Tubman. It's like, oh my God, what an amazing woman that she was, and how badly she was treated, not just in the South, but by the North. Oh, Atul said, super, thank you. Good to see you live. Yes, indeed. Oh, I feel like we're having a party here. We're having such a wonderful people showing up. Okay. Now, think of the people you admire and ask yourself what they would do in this situation. And feel the support of that and smile. Now, I know you may look at those people and say, well, I know they would have done this, but I can't. Well, do something that they did.
I like to think of Albert Einstein sticking his tongue out.
There it is. That's something that would make me smile, right? Okay, now, this goes back to Helen's point. Remember all the hardship and challenges you have already lived through. And boy, the older you get, the more of those you have stacked up behind you. My mother always said when things were bad, this too shall pass. Unfortunately, all the good stuff passed too. And I'm not so sure that the bad stuff actually did pass. I mean, the repression and the ugliness and the selfishness and the oppression. Well,
or chronic illness.
Right, you
that
could
just
die.
persists.
Well, you could die. That it passes.
No,
That's how
ultimately.
my view is. But still, it's really important to give yourself courage and see what challenges you have all lived through. And everybody has. And you should smile about that and say, oh my God, look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Okay. Give yourself permission to enjoy what you have. Okay, the world sucks today, but gee, I love my piano. Or I love that tree outside the window.
We love our home.
We love our home. Except when it starts breaking down and it's costing us money, we don't know how we can pay for it. But even then,
I think of it as those breakdowns as like an I Love Lucy show. One calamity after another.
That's life. There it is. Right, and be happy because in another moment it could get worse. For instance, I could try to get up from this chair, it could roll out from under me, and I could fall.
Yeah.
Which has happened to me. I fell and broke my arm just trying to get off a chair. So you know what I mean. Right now, I'm safe. If you're listening to me and you haven't been hit by an asteroid, then this is something to smile about. Okay, now, why do we do all of this? Because we have to remember, and this goes back to what sweet baby James was saying, I feel better when I'm smiling. It's not just more oxygen. Maybe that's true. But it just feels better. Okay, everybody, I want everybody right now to think of the most horrible thing that is going on in your life at this very moment. Boyk said, hi, God bless you for maestro musician. Oh, thank you, boy. Which reminds me, tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Pacific time, I play the piano. Yes.
Maestro, yes, maestro.
Yes, and I will play the piano for you tomorrow night. I'm actually thinking that when we're getting a digital keyboard, that sometimes we might do Granny Rocks with me at the keyboard playing. If we can work it out.
Yeah.
But we'll see how that goes. But anyway, so yes, tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Pacific time, Dreams of Peace, I play the piano. And every Wednesday night, we're back here. So think about something really, really, really oppressive that is going on in your life today. your health is failing, you have no job, your child hates you, um, you can't pay your bills. Tick them off. I am that. I am that. I am that. I am that. Right, right. Uh, the state of the world, the state of human consciousness. You know, it was really amazing. You put out a simple request that people follow the law about something that's dangerous, and you're attacked from all sides by people who say that they have every right to do something dangerous and to endanger your life and everybody else. And then all of a sudden, you know, you're being attacked, and you say, where did that come from? You know, all kinds of stuff like that. And I'm sure they feel the same way for whatever reason. They felt attacked. Anyway, think about something really bad, like we're going to run out of money any minute now. James, we're going to run out. Ooh, a benefactor. That must be it. Somebody is going to come in and rescue us, right? The children that we didn't know that we had are going to say, I recognize those people, those old people.
Or we get some loincloths and bigger bowls.
That's it.
And
we
hit
go.
the street.
Oh, yeah. My favorite thing is to sit out in the 90-degree weather or 22 degrees below zero. So anyway, think about something that's really bothering you or scaring you. And then I want you to smile. And see what happens. Just give it a whirl. Come on, guys. Come on.
You know something?
What?
I thought of somebody who really upset me. And I thought, I put a little clown nose, one of the little red clown noses on his nose. And suddenly I'm laughing.
Okay. Now, is that mean-spirited or is that not
Well, the
mean-spirited?
clown nose is
Fun.
I don't think it's mean.
Oh,
I
okay. As
think
long
it's
as
fun.
it's fun. As long as it's fun.
There was a movie with a doctor who did that with
Oh,
kids, and it
that's
was a great thing.
Wonderful. Wonderful. So, does anybody feel better? We're going
I do.
broke, James.
I do.
I feel better. I hope you do too.
I'm changing that to we'll go for broke.
Oh yeah, we're gonna go for broke. We're having a good time tonight with our wonderful friends.
Yeah.
So now I'm going to send support for smiling. Smiling is not a small thing. Smiling is a very important thing. It is something that helps us with our health, with our well-being, with our mental stability, with our ability to love and relate. Amy says, yes, thank you. So I guess she got the message and smiled. By the way, after the show, every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Pacific time, which is like 2 minutes from now, we do a group called Seeing Through New Glasses. And
it's a video conference.
It's a video conference, and you can join anytime. And look at my at the little post if you're interested in joining it. It's $25 a group, and you can join us. And I lead the group, and we have wonderful people, and we get really into some healing work and into some depth around these topics.
Is the first one still free, or is that an old
Oh, I could do that. If you have never done it before, I can comp you to the first one. If you, well, no, it's not that it's free. You pay for it, but you can get your money back if you don't like it. See?
Oh, okay. There you go.
So Elizabeth said, I feel better by smiling. Well, I hope you're smiling now. So I'm going to smile my way into the group because it's in less than a minute, and I'm going to be late. And we can't have that, can we?
Well, there's fashionably late. We can be fashionably late.
Mwah. Everybody in the group talks about whatever we talked about on Wednesday night, and we get into some depth, and we support one another. And boy, there's nothing that gives me bigger smiles than feeling love and support. Mm-hmm. So I want to thank you for all your love and support. Thank you for sharing with us tonight.
Yes, thank you all.
Please comment. Please share this video with anybody who needs this reminder. Like, love, comment. I will answer your comments later. We love you.
Bye-bye for now.